All right, guys, welcome to the video. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to watch a 2013 interaction that Obama had with a heckler at a speaking engagement. And you'll know that on the channel I talk about one of the really important aspects of leadership being the ability to handle confrontation and conflict in a really dignified and calm manner. And the reason for that is that if you are really good at controlling your emotions in those tricky situations, it really does come across as powerful and as if you are in control. And that can actually unnerve some people and make them respect you more. And I think Obama was a real master at that. And I suspect this video will paint that picture very nicely. So let's have a look and analyze it together. Here we go.
We're going to make our country more secure. We'll strengthen our families. And most importantly, we will live up. Most importantly, we will live up. Most importantly, we will live up to our character as a nation.
All right, so you can see that as the heckling begins, his first tactic, it's not to get angry, but it's to try and lift his volume in the hope that this guy will run out of steam and quieten down and allow him to continue on. Logical approach. You know, best case scenario, right? A little bit of an outburst, but doesn't turn into anything, and he's able to keep going on uninterrupted after that. Let's see how it pans out.
I need your help. There are thousands of
That's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
Every single day.
That's why we're here.
President, please use your.
All right, so the guy's obviously got a little bit of energy. He's continuing to make his voice heard, and what we see here now is a attempt from Obama to make a personal connection with this person. He's turned around to face him, he's making direct eye contact, and now he's addressing him personally. And this is really the second port of call to try and get the situation under control, hoping that that sort of personal touch might get the desired result.
Executive order to halt deportation for all 11.5 undocumented immigrants in this country right now. We agree that we need to pass comprehensive immigration reform. At the same time, you have a power to stop deportation for all undocumented
Actually, I don't. And that's why we're here.
I need your help.
Okay.
Stop deportation! Stop deportation!
Thank you. All right.
Stop deportation!
What I'd like to do... No, don't worry about it.
All right, so a couple of really important points here. Notice that he reconciles himself with the reality that he doesn't have control of the situation at that point in time. So he doesn't try to compete verbally with this gentleman. What he's actually doing is he steps back, he gives this person space to vent and get all these thoughts and words out, because he realizes that the emotional state this gentleman is in is so heightened that if he was to try and compete with him, he would have to go to such a level verbally in terms of volume and aggression that it would turn into just an all-out shouting match. Who can talk louder? And it achieves nothing. Looks unbecoming of a leader, especially, you know, President of the United States. Demonstrates a lack of control on his part from a temperament perspective, and essentially it would bring him down to the level of this heckler. So he doesn't engage. He's present, he's calm, collects his thoughts, lets the guy have his space, and lets him burn himself out, basically. But let's see what he does next.
Yes. Okay, let me finish. Let me. How about these guys don't need to go. Let me finish. I respect the passion of these young people because they feel deeply about.
All right, that's interesting too. So turns around again, direct eye contact, let me finish. And then as security move up the aisles to remove the person, this is what I think the master stroke is from him in this situation. He says, no, they don't need to go. And I think you will find that these protesters were fully expecting, before they even went into this engagement, they were expecting that when they caused a disturbance like that, they were going to be removed for it. So when the security move up to escort them. That's not a surprise to these people. What is a surprise, I'm willing to bet, is when Obama says, actually, guys, I've got this. Hold off. I want to have this interaction. Now, this is where the leadership credentials are really shining through, because he wants this interaction. He's confident in his ability to turn this around. And he signals to everybody in the room that, yeah, this is perhaps an uncomfortable situation for everybody, but it's all right. I've got this under control.
The concerns for their families. Now, what you need to know when I'm speaking as President of the United States,
sorry, I'll just pause again there. Empathy, right? He's trying a personal connection there. He goes, I understand where you're coming from, right? He's not criticizing. He's trying to show that he can empathize and that he understands. So there's another attempt to connect personally. Let's keep going.
I come to this community is that if, in fact, I could solve all these problems without passing laws in Congress, then I would do so. But we're also a nation of laws. That's part of our tradition. And so the easy way out is to try to yell and pretend like I can do something by violating our laws. And what I'm proposing is the harder path, which is to use our democratic processes to achieve the same goal that you want to achieve. But it won't be as easy as just shouting. It requires us lobbying and getting it done. So for those of you...
All right, now look at this. He's ridden that chaos wave to the point where he's had the opportunity to arrest the situation properly by saying, guys, I want them to stay, don't remove them. That's given him now the space and the clear air to really take control of the situation, which he's done beautifully here. So he maintains the eye contact after appealing from an empathetic perspective and saying, I understand where these young people are coming from. Direct eye contact, and now he is directly combating the emotional vitriol that was coming from this particular person. He's countering it with logic and reason. Emotion is never a factor for President Obama in this case, and that really is a characteristic that exudes power. Okay, it's something that we respond to as humans subconsciously. He is now signaling successfully by this stage to everybody in the room that he is in complete control. It's a real masterclass at this point. Let's see where it goes from here.
Who are committed to getting this done. I am going to march with you and fight with you every step of...
Now, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but look at the look on his face. He knows. There's a little bit of a smile there as he turned his head. He knows that the momentum shifted. He knows that he's won the room over, and now he's about to capitalize.
The way to make sure that we are welcoming every striving, hard-working immigrant who sees America the same way we do. As a country where no matter who you are or what you look like or where you come from, you can make it if you try. And if you're serious about making that happen, then I'm ready to work with you. But it is going to require work. It is not simply a matter of us just saying we're going to violate the law. That's not our tradition.
That's important too. So no easy solutions, right? But he's also now positioning this as a we problem. It's not a, I'm solely responsible for this and I'm not doing my duty and I don't want to fix it. He's articulated his position, which is that, look, if I could, I'd love to do something about this. And he's turned this whole situation now into a we problem. I need all of you to help me. I need all of us to come together to fix this problem. So he's now literally got these people thinking that they need to work with him and together to get this outcome. It's a real shift.
But the great thing about this country is we have this wonderful process of democracy, and sometimes it is messy and sometimes it is hard. But ultimately, justice and truth win out. That's always been the case in this country. That's going to continue to be the case today.
See how he's appealing to something higher there in people. Yes, we would like to take the easy way out, but we're not a country that is able to do that. We have laws, we have particular processes that we need to follow. And it's like that for a reason. It makes us the great country that we are. Guys, that was a real masterclass. So if you want any better examples as to how to behave from a communication perspective as a leader, you will struggle to find someone better than Barack Obama. He is a real master, and that was a very good example. Hope you got something out of that, guys. If you want more content like this, tune into the podcast, Exceptional Leadership Podcast, available on all good podcast apps, and we'll break down stuff for you and have at-length discussions about everything to do with leadership. Thanks for watching.